All right, next one's from Eddie Hogan. The subject is worst of all time. I want to start by saying that I'm an AEW fan, so I'm not writing for the usual AEW sucks man stuff, but I really have to ask you guys about something that is bad about AEW. Is there a chance that MJF versus Adam Cole is one of the worst book storylines in wrestling history if you really break it down? MJF and Adam Cole had a shoot promo battle, but then became comedy character best friends and won the Ring of Honor tag titles together and had their AEW title match at AEW All In. Then Cole got injured for real. So MJF starts being stalked by a devil character, and it's revealed that Adam Cole, now heel, has formed a faction to go after him, beat down, and kayfabe injury MLF and kayfabe injury MLF. This is in parentheses, and kayfabe injury
MJ.
MLF MJF now a face. Issue being that MJF and Cole were both injured and need a long time off to heal up. So then MJF returns the face to attack Adam Cole, still heel, but then MJF turns heel a few weeks later. And now Adam Cole is back as a face to chase off MJF. I do think that people go too far with the AW hate, but in this instance, is this really a perfect example of how bad Tony Khan can be at booking his own show? And look at those ticket numbers lately, guys. Are you really going to see that MJF is a draw with 14% tickets sold? Jericho isn't a draw either. Well, that show is doing poorly. Okay, so I'm just saying that the show is better when MJF is on the show, and I think the numbers point to that. Okay.
And on paper, like you'd think MJF and Adam Cole was going to be a big thing that people would want to see, but just as that guy listed, all the twists and turns, whether they were injury related and they had to adjust, whatever, it's not something that's worked. And
Bro, there has been so many shoot things that have happened in that company that you could tell in the stories, like stuff that happened backstage. Like, the Punk. We could talk about the Punk thing, how you could turn that story. But bro, you could have brought up the MJF Britt Baker squabble when Cole was out injured and injected that into the storyline. I know Cole and Baker they're not a couple anymore, but that is something you could have interjected into the story.
yeah,
Like the realism. But bro, Tony just doesn't know how to do this. Like he doesn't really know how to do any of these things. Like they have all these problems that come up, and they don't get any mileage out of any of them.
and what's interesting is when the Punk situation was going on and the word was out and the rumors were spreading and all that, and this is prior to the press conference where Punk went off. Tony, in an interview, I think with Sports Illustrated, said that he didn't have a problem with backstage heat if he could translate it into something interesting in business. He said that, and he related it to remember how Sean and Brett was so great because there was real tension. At
Right.
that time, it sounded like he was going to sprinkle in some of that stuff, but then the Punk thing went so wrong that maybe it scared him off from ever utilizing real life tension. I don't know, but
Yeah.
yeah, the Cole MJF on paper you think would have been tremendous, but it's had a lot of problems. Did you
Yeah.
read about his Adam Cole's injury and his surgery and how he had to get fixed up? He had to have a cadaver bone inserted into his ankle during surgery. He said his ankle had disintegrated. Basically, was the word that he had to get a cadaver ankle in bone inserted in there to heal up. That was that
Well, no
second.
wonder it took him so long.
Yeah, that was the second surgery.
But the most interesting thing about this Adam Cole MJF thing. They have a lot of history, right? Bro, you couldn't put together a video package to explain this angle now that would make any sense whatsoever.
No, that is an insane amount of turn. That's like how people used to
It's
complain
just,
about.
it's
Yeah,
just, it's just absurd, like saying like you can't even do like a video trailer to explain the storyline because they can't really explain it.
right.
Like the pieces don't match up with each other.
Like if that's the
Say
main
so.
angle that he's waiting for, and he knows that he needs Cole to come back as a heel, then you can't turn MJF. You shouldn't have turned MJF. It's just
Exactly.
Cole's can't come back as a face just
And
because
look who they
he
turned
turned heel.
MJF for. Look who they turned him for.
It was Garcia, right?
Yeah, Daniel Garcia.
You mean that's
It's like
yeah,
because you thought because you're looking at making Daniel Garcia next Stone Cold Steve Austin, you
yeah,
ruined this storyline.
big time. It's all
Good.
screwed up.
Yo, what's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And join our YouTube membership for hours and hours of exclusive, unedited, uncensored content. And being a member will help you get involved in our upcoming live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for riding with us. I know you got a lot of other podcast choices, be it wrestling or other ones. And thank you for picking us. Boom.